All right. So I said I was done yesterday for the rest of 2024, but unfortunately, I guess I'm not. Um, and so with that being said, here's another episode of the I'm Not a Hater podcast, featuring your favorite not hater, Mr. BROWN. Um, the reason why I'm on having an episode right now is because there was a school shooting today in Madison, Wisconsin. Um, Middle America, um, Midwest school shooting at a Christian school. I think it was grades K through 12. The shooter suspect was a female, 17 years old, and unfortunately, she took her own life. Two are dead, six are wounded right now, currently recovering. Among those, I believe, are like a couple teachers as well. Um, Reason why I'm jumping on is because I'm like, again, where are these kids getting these guns from, and how come they're so easily accessible for them to have, and then to come to the school and shoot up the school. It is a alarming situation. And I hope that Congress and those people in Washington that make the decisions are paying attention, because gun laws and those type of things need to be made stronger for people to purchase guns and where they can store them, etc., so that their kids and young kids and teenagers, whoever, those that are not of age to carry guns, can't get to them. School shootings have been happening at an alarming rate. I think I read that this was the 39th shooting um, of 2024. So it's like a lot of shootings have been happening in schools, and it's unfortunate, it's unnecessary. Um, Condolences to those who have lost their lives. Of course, like the sheriff said, with it being the holiday season and it being close to Christmas, it's just unfortunate that this had to happen. And hopefully, like I said, there can come some stronger laws because of it. If not, unfortunately, you're gonna see more school shootings happen in the future, and you hope that's not the case, but it'll definitely happen if nobody does anything to correct it. Yo, life. All right, so I got a thought, right? And this happened to me today, and I was talking to somebody about it earlier. Like, how come certain people are comfortable talking to, like, you, and you might be one of these people, but certain people are like really comfortable talking to me, um, and or taking my advice for certain things. And I don't look at myself as a person who is, a great advice giver. I kind of just listen and, where it's necessary, give advice, but I'm not like somebody who, I don't see myself as a person that people will come to. But unfortunately, or not unfortunately, but um in a certain aspect, certain level, people do come to me for advice, and it does trip me out because I don't see myself, like I said, I don't see myself as that type of person. But for whatever reason, people feel comfortable coming to talk to me, especially in my line of work, like students, sometimes their parents even will come and express some issues or problems they may have. I mean, like I said, I don't see myself like that, as that type of person that gives advice, or is even worthy of giving advice, I should say. But for whatever reason, people see, um they see Mr. Brown and they feel comfortable. I guess that's one of the reasons that I'm liked among the student population. Again, like I said, I don't take any you know glory in it, but if you feel comfortable, hey, like I guess, like I must tell them, I tell them that often, like, my door is open if you need to come and talk. And I guess they do take me up on it, so I guess I should feel a sense of pride that they do feel cool coming to talk to me, but I don't go looking for it. um but I guess if I make them feel comfortable, I guess I should, like, relish in it, a badge of honor, but I don't. take it that serious. I wonder, does anybody else go through this, or is it just me? And if it's not, let me know in the comment section, or like I always say, send me a direct line message. Let me know what you feel about that. Being somebody, that people allow to listen to their problems. Did you ask for that type of job, or did it just happen to you? Um, what's going on in the world today? Oh, Trump is taking over. And that's going to be an interesting transition. And I hope you guys are prepared. They're going after immigrants within the first 48 hours, I've read. So if you don't have your paperwork ready, or you're here illegally, please prepare yourself, because they're coming after you, your family, your friends, etc. Um, I hate to be, the bearer of bad news, but that's one of the main things they hung their hat on. So they're going to make it happen. They didn't get the wall done the first time. I heard that they're going to try to make Mexico part of the United States now. It's a whole bunch of things floating around that could potentially happen. So just get prepared. Like, Trump is going to do a lot of, some might say like a lot of crazy things. So we just have to like prepare ourselves for it, and kind of, hope for the best. And just hope that, you still standing strong by the time it's over with. And that's pretty much all you could do about that. Um, for my music heads, please pay attention to this one. This might be an old one, but who had a better run from 1996 to 2001? Is it Jay, meaning Jay-Z, or is it Nas? Um, I did a little research on this one. Now I'll go year by year for those who need me to. But all right, so 96, Jay-Z released Reasonable Doubt. In my eyes, a classic. Okay, leave it at that. Nas put out It Was Written. Equally good album. Some say classic. I would give the edge to Jay. Okay. 97. Jay comes out with Volume 1. I think Nas didn't have an album out, but his next album was I Am. And with that, I'm gonna give, I don't like Volume 1. I'm not a fan of Volume 1 as far as Jay-Z albums go. I'm gonna just be honest. Volume 1 was Rockefeller's attempt to kind of make Jay-Z a household name, and he got some joints on Volume 1, like Where I'm From and Friend of Foe 98 and City Is Mine. Like, Jay got joints on that album, but Sunshine is on there. You gotta lose points for Sunshine. And that's just my opinion. Like, if you a Jay fan, you understand it. Like, the Sunshine with the video and all that with Foxy Brown and Babyface, it was a bit much for day one Jay-Z fans. And that's probably why you really don't hear that song was only performed like once. Jay dropped Volume 2 in 98. Grammy Award winning album. That's all you need to know about that. Nas dropped 2 albums in 99. He dropped I Am, and then he dropped Nostradamus. Now, in between this time, Jay is still growing as an artist. Nas is actually the one that is the better artist at that point. It wasn't until 2000? No, it was about 99 when they started throwing shots at each other. Because Memphis Bleek took a line that Nas spit. Nas took a line that Memphis Bleek spit out of order. But Jay also dropped Volume 3 in 99. So there goes that. But he's competing against 2 albums. Nostradamus wasn't that good. I Am was the better album of the 2 of Nas joints. But going up against Volume 3, I'll give the edge to Nas on Volume 3. 2000, the Dynasty drops. And then they both dropped in 2001, the Blueprint, and then Stillmatic. When you put all the albums together, in my humble opinion, and not saying this just because I'm a Jay-Z fan, Jay had the better run up until 2001. Now it gets a little shaky after 2001 because Ether comes out. That's a huge diss record. And I'm not one of those whole fans, not one of those J fans that doesn't pay attention to Ether. Ether was what it was, exactly what it is. Ether, it made your soul burn slow. Um, he definitely got at Jay with that one. And, it took a minute for him to recover. He did recover though, but it took a minute. Um, and that's just real facts. Like, hip hop heads have been debating this for years, and I just feel like at this point, starting in 96 to 01, Jay was having a better go at it. Nas had a classic album in 94, Illmatic, but Jay wasn't out yet. But from the time Jay came out till 01, right about the time the beef really got started, Jay was killing. And that's just how I feel. Like, Nas had a couple, he snuck a couple um singles in there, a couple good albums in there, but overall, like, Jay was killing. Um but when the beef really started with Takeover, and then all the disses that was going back and forth, eventually, Nas came out on top as far as the beef was concerned. But overall, albums and sales and awards and everything else, Jay killed. Um, but if you're looking at the beef, like, you got to say Nas took it, because Ether was up there with like the hit 'em ups. And Jay came back with Super Ugly, but Ether had did what it needed to do at that point. You couldn't deny um the fact that, he came for Jay. Like, he came for Jay, and he, stick a fork in him at that point. But, Jay rebounded. Like he said on the Jim Jones record, he got stronger at the Ether. So that lets you know, like, you know, it didn't affect him as much as, maybe the fans like myself and others, like, kind of blown away at that, somebody would come at Jay like that in that manner. But it didn't affect him. He kept going, kept getting money. Um, and, even now, like, tried to pin the case on him. It didn't stick. It didn't work. So, find something else to do when it comes to Jay. He's not the type to back down. Um, you know, that's my little take on that. Brief time in music. Um, Listen, holiday season, Christmas is getting close. Hopefully, you parents out there got your gifts for your kids. Um, getting your last minute gifts in. Amazon working overtime for sure, probably. Shout out to the mailman and all those people out there delivering packages daily. Um, and hopefully your kids get everything they ask for, or that they want and that they need. And with that being said, man, life happens. Y'all stay safe out there. Um, and peace and love to everybody. I'm out.